big titties. I love them, I admit it. Big booty, big titties, cause I love them, I admit it.
I'm a big motherfucker. I fit this on his back.
With my hand on the shooter, I lay them niggas back. Got something for them niggas that be at, cause I'm a bad motherfucker. I got them niggas back, yes. And you're talking to Mr. Legendary. Let's get it started, ladies and gentlemen. So here we are today. Trying to make this as quick as possible. It's gonna be tough because I done slid into a comment section and I done got into it with some folk. We gonna go ahead. I done learned how to edit too, so y'all about to be in for a real good surprise. So y'all gonna be able to read as I'm reading. Feel free to pause the video and read the messages. I'm gonna try to read them as quickly as possible so we can make the video as quickly as possible. But feel free to pause and read however much you want to read if I don't get to that point. So, what happened? I was on Instagram, scrolling like I normally do, came across a post. Post said, men only. Give the ladies relationship advice. That's a key word, relationship advice. And of course, when I saw this, I said, I'm going to say something that's going to get me some backlash. I felt it. I felt it in my soul. I said, I'm going to say something that's going to give me some backlash. I actually sat there and thought about what I'm going to say. Finally said something. Here's what I said. Real men don't want you for your money or your degree. Stop wasting your best years in school or doing you than thinking you can get a man when you feel like it. Immediately, just reading that, there are females that instantly got attitude. I want to break down what I said. I said, real men don't want you for your money or your degree. And we're not going to break it down yet. We're going to start reading these comments, and we're going to break it down as we read the comments because I want to get into it. Very first comment of the day. At Mr. Legend, stop doing you and living your life and date men who don't value you instead. LOL. Never said that. I never said date men who don't value you. I said stop wasting your best years in school or doing you and then thinking you can get a man when you feel like it. Remember, this is relationship advice. This is not career advice. This is not how to buy a car advice. This is relationship advice. Meaning don't waste your best young prime years out here doing something that don't benefit your goal. If your goal, people here on this channel has a goal of being in a relationship. If your goal is to be in a relationship, don't waste your best years doing something else when you can use those best years with your spouse. You can be living your best life with your man. You can be living your best life with your girl. Y'all can be going on trips. Y'all can be kicking it kid free. But instead, people like this want you to believe that it's okay to spend your whole best years running through dudes that don't want nothing to do with you but just to have sex, have a couple kids, then at the age of 40, when you finally get married and find this dude, y'all can do what? Now y'all can start going on trips and kicking it and stuff at 40 with 2 kids? It's not the same. And anybody who is 40 with 2 or 3 kids can tell you, boy, if I can go back and just me and her and be kicking it kid free, oh my God, the things we would do. How did I reply? I said, it's sad that you had to add words. You should have a man that values a woman for being a woman. Women value education and money. Men don't. Next comment. Why the fuck would you even think it's normal to tell a woman what to do with their lives? Education and careers based on what you think men want. For one, I'm a man. For 2, my original comment, I said stop wasting your best years of schools and Start wasting your best years in school or doing you, thinking you can get a man when you feel like it. I never told nobody to do anything. I said stop wasting them. I told women to stop wasting your best years. I mean your prime. Athletes, see, when men play basketball and football, we have a prime. We have a peak that most athletes don't get past. Once you get to that 38, 40 range, they call that that's the end of the road. Most athletes are retired. Some of them even retire way before then, but that's like the cap. LeBron James is approaching 36. He's 36 years old right now. And people were already talking about last year he was on a decline. He needed to stop, get ready for retirement. Then you got some people like Tom Brady who can go to 43 and surpass that, which is fine. But people are still saying every game, hey, any day now he can retire. This is it. And when we tell men that, perfectly fine, acceptable. You know, that this is it. You know, you're not going to be able to play football at the level you were when you were 20. But when you tell a woman that hey, you're not going to look as good as you were when you were 20 at the age of 40, what is he doing? He's how dare he tell people what to do with their lives? I didn't tell you to do nothing. I said stop wasting it. I don't understand the benefit of being able to do all those things that these older women think is goals to do at 40. You could be doing that at 20 with your husband. All of those vacations, you could be doing that with your man. Bruh, I know she's 35. I know a 35-year-old that said she just went on her first vacation last year at 34. And she's 3 kids in. She got 3 kids in, she's 34. She just went on her first vacation. It is not the same as if she would have went on one, 0 kids, and at the age of 20, they would have had a fucking ball. You can literally go there and drink till you drop. Don't gotta wake up and worry about shit. Wake up, throw on a swimming suit, and go drink some more till you drop some more. That's the benefits. And in your prime, you gonna wake up like it's nothing. At the age of 40, you take too many drinks and you're not waking up for 3 more days. And then you still gotta worry about the kids because they had to come too because you ain't a babysitter for 3 days. What's wrong with telling people to value their best years? Let's get back on topic. I'm gonna start back over with the comment. Why the fuck would you even think it's normal to tell women what to do with their lives? Education and career is based on what you think men want. My whole point is that if you have your own goals and do you, it'll never be an issue for a man of value. I replied, the fact that you again have to add words to try to make a point is sad. Not in any of these comments have I told anybody to do anything. I said what men like, and that made you feel like I'm doing something. That made you, where did I leave off at? That made you feel like I'm doing something wrong. I'm a man, and a woman is mad at me for stating what men like. Wow. At any point, I don't care if you're angry or not, but at any point you could have said, you know what, let me take a step back. A man is on here commenting something in a relationship post and saying something that I don't believe to be true or that I've never heard before. Why don't I just soak it in and listen? This is some random dude on Instagram I don't even know. I can literally just keep it moving. I can literally just, take it with a grain of salt and keep it moving. But she felt the need to comment to me and tell me that I was so incredibly wrong for giving my opinion on relationships on a relationship post specifically for men. So she comments, she was quoting me so-called, stop wasting your best years in school and doing you. She made sure she only included that part because if you say the whole sentence, it makes sense. So she wanted to just take that one part so it'd be out of context. She said, under an advice post, and you're here saying you haven't told anyone what to do with their lives. Even if you take that snippet that says stop wasting your best years, that's not telling somebody what to do. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Because if this had been a female post and they'd have told men, stop wasting your best years sleeping with females and look for that wife, nobody would have batted a fucking eyelash. But the fact that a man got on here and said, stop wasting your best years in school and doing you, if your goal is to be in a relationship and to have a husband, stop wasting your best years doing those things. Get you a husband and then you can do those things. Which one would you tell your daughter? Which one you telling your daughter? You got a daughter, your daughter say, hey, mom, dad, I don't know what I should do. I want to be married and have a family. Should I go off to college and get this degree that's going to take me about 8 years, just focusing on school, not focusing on men, sleeping around here and there. I might get pregnant, maybe not, who knows, but I'm going to mainly focus on school, not on the marriage. And then once I'm about 30, then I'm going to start focusing on men and, go from there. Or, hey, mom, dad, really want to be in a relationship, have a family. So what I'm going to do is make sure I spend my best years buckling down, not wasting my youth and beauty. Get me a man of value while I'm still beautiful, gorgeous, virgin or not, no one cares. Stay in school. You can stay in school. I'm speaking as the child. I'm gonna stay in school and get my degree, but that's not my main focus. My main focus is making sure that I gets me a man and I locks him in. And then once I'm locked in, got him ready to go, now I can go focus on that degree, because in this day and age, you can get a degree at any fucking age. You can be 50 and get a PhD now. So why can't that wait? Why should a degree take up your best, beautiful body years? Why should that take that up when you can be giving that to your soulmate? There's females out here literally making money off of the way they look right now because they look so good. It's females literally out here. And you're going to waste those beautiful years sitting in the classroom getting a degree in something that does not add to your relationship or wife value. How the hell does a degree in marketing help you become a better wife? How the hell does you making 5 or 6 figures help you become a better wife? How? But we ain't ready for that talk. Let's keep reading. Why am I not surprised? You know what? Keep giving advice. I'm sure it's going well for you. So I had to write her back. Stop wasting your best years and then thinking you can get a man when you feel like it. That's not telling anyone to do anything. But when you take bites and pieces of what I said, instead of taking in the whole thing, you tend to twist shit. This post asks men to give advice, which I did, yet a woman is offended by what a man says that men like. Feminism is really messing y'all up, man. She writes, what does feminism have to do with this? Everything. It's not wasting years if you're pursuing your goals, regardless of whether you're a man or woman. Again, this is a relationship post. If your goal is to be a CEO of a company, that's the advice for you. Go to school, don't worry about dudes, and do you. That's awesome advice. If your goal is to become a CEO, your goal is to become a businesswoman, if your goal is to not have a family, do that. But if your goal is to be in a relationship, why would it make sense to spend 10 or so years focusing on school and a degree, and then after those 10 years of not being in serious relationships, because you're not focused on serious relationships, you're focused on school. So after 10 years of not being focused on serious relationships, to try to jump into a serious relationship? We won't even give it 10. Let's give it 5. So after 5 years of doing you, not focused on serious relationship, you think you're going to wake up one day and just be ready for a serious relationship? Let's think of it as in a job sense. When a job hires someone, what are they more inclined to hire with? If person A, person B, we both going to a job interview. This one got 5 years. We both going in a job interview to be a machine operator. A and B. Person A has a 5-year degree on machine operating. Person B has 5 years experience as a machine operator. Which one do you think the company gonna hire? Because person B then ran these machines for 5 years, know them up and down. You ain't even got to train the guy. You can throw him on there right now. You can run it. Person A just spent the 5 years in class. You never touch one. He can tell you what it looked like. You can name all the parts. He never ran one. He don't know the speed. He don't know how to adjust it. He don't know all the ins and outs of it. Which one do you think a company is gonna hire? So that's fine when it comes to everything else, but for some reason, when these things get applied to women, it's no, we're special, we're different. That's crazy. But let's keep reading. If your goal, oh wait, she didn't finish. What does feminism have to do with this? Is not wasting years if you're pursuing your goals, regardless of whether you're a man or woman. I can't think of the type of low life you must be to be talking that way. I'm a low life because I told women to savor their best years. I'm sorry, but laughy face. And yes, you can always get a man. It really isn't an issue. You can get a man at 18, 25, 35, or 50. The fuck. And these are the type of women that are dragging today's women down because they make you believe that you can literally work hard at everything else. You can work hard at getting your degree. You can work hard at being your best self. You can work hard at that job, sitting behind a desk, but you shouldn't work hard at getting a man. They'll just be there waiting for you no matter what age you're at, which is true to a degree. Men will always want women. There will always be thirsty men. But the type of men she's going to make you get is those one that sit there on Facebook with their face all the way up to the camera and say, oh my God, queen, hi, beautiful. What type of men she going to make you get at 50 thinking you still a bad bitch? After you done spent 20 years of doing you and getting that degree and getting all this money and all the good dudes then got married to the most beautiful women, and she going to leave you stuck with the leftovers because you didn't compete. Because you said, I'm going to wait and let all the good men get snatched up. But there's always good men left. And follow her lead. See where they get you. So I commented, if your goal as a woman is to have a committed man and be married, then pursuing a man should be the goal, not pursuing a job. It's advice like yours that has women in the position they are in today. I said that. Being able to have sex with men and have a man marry you are two different things, and men know this. If you don't believe me, ask your husband. That's what I told her. She replied, any woman can get married within a year if that's their goal. Stop. Whose job is it to get down on one knee? Women or men? Women like this make you believe that women can tell a man, hey, get down on this knee and marry me, and he's just going to be ready. Women like this make you believe that there's nothing bad you can do. You just blink and man will marry you. And what she's going to make you get is those corny ass dudes that be on Facebook saying good morning beautiful on every female's page. That's what she's going to get you. Thinking like that you can just wake up and within a year just be married. Last time I checked, it was men who had to get down on one knee, go buy the ring, ask the father for the hand in marriage. Last time I checked, that was men. I didn't know roles changed, but dealing with people like that, y'all gonna be dropping down knees yourself, asking dudes to marry. And I promise you, I bet not never have a female drop down her knee and ask you to marry her. Bet not never. That's my job. Period. People wait because they want someone who is a match. So she said two different sentences today. Just now. Any woman can get married within a year if that's their goal. Then she said people wait because they want someone who is a match. First it was women. Why you say people? Why didn't you just keep it at women? Because you know you're messing up. Because men are in charge of the marriage. Females are in charge of us having access to their bodies. Can't have access to a woman's body unless they tell us. A woman can't have access to marriage unless a man asks her. It's That's literally how it is. If what you're suggesting is to have zero interest and values so that you have little to offer and will settle for the first guy you find, then sure, you're giving marriage advice. But no one wants it. When did I say that? When did I say have zero interest and zero values? I said don't waste your best years on school and money. There's 10,000 other things you can do, but I didn't even say don't go to school or have money. I said don't waste them only pursuing school and money. If your goal is to be married, then get your man first. What you waiting on? What are we waiting on? Why would you wait until you're 40 to go find your man? I don't understand this logic of we got all this time. High-risk pregnancy starts at 35 years old for women. Why the hell would we wait to go out and start making babies? I'm not saying have them at 16. But if high-risk pregnancy starts at 35 and you waste 8 years going to try to get a PhD and a master's and you focus on that strictly, you already at 28. At the minimum, you go get a 4-year degree, get your bachelor's. You done wasted 4 years of your prime life. And even if you do that from 18 to 22, now you still got to get out here and find a man. Whoa. Wait a minute, because you only got the degree. You still got to go back, and now you got to try to find a job in your field. Now you got to work a little bit because you want that money. Listen to ladies like this. They're going to tell you to go get that money, get that degree, and then go get a man on the back burner, which is, again, why I jump all the way up to 28. So that's what it's going to take. Take about 8 years to do all that. And in 8 years of no serious relationships, you think you're going to blink. And in the blink of an eye, not only are you going to be able to get married when you want to, but you're going to have the rawest, sexiest, most high-value man you can find waiting on you. Because you got that degree and that job. Because that's what they want. That's what high-value men are picking in women. They pick the smartest females they can find and say, oh, that's all I want is that PhD. And you to have 6 figures. If you're not making 6 figures, I don't want you. Never heard a man say that in my life. It's okay, because this is what women like this are telling you. So, I don't know anyone personally who is complaining they can't find a husband. A man who wants a relationship, or a man who wants a relationship, complaining that a lot of men are simply mediocre and they don't want to be in a relationship with them. Yes, that's something I've heard. Anyway, keep living your red pill fantasy. I said, the way you twist words is really scary. The fact that I can type out exactly what I mean and you read the words and type a completely different thing is amazing. I said men don't value degrees and money for women. In no way did I say don't be smart or have money. I just said men don't value it. Meaning men don't go out and say who's the smartest female with money because I want her. Any real man will tell you that. Just like any real woman will tell you that they value a man who can take care of a woman financially. And if I'm so wrong, tell me what your husband thinks. She writes, you literally write, don't waste years getting an education because men don't care. Again, oh, she told me to please shut up. Again with the misquoting. Again with the purposely leaving out words. This is why it's so sad to see this, because I typed out exactly what I said. It's not a conversation in person where it's okay to leave out words. But I literally wrote, don't waste your best years getting an education. That's what I said. What's wrong with pursuing a degree after 30, after you done got your husband and your kids? What's wrong with pursuing it then? But that's okay, because she wanted to keep twisting it. Then I wrote, you're in the comments of a post that asks for men to speak, and I need to shut up. Go talk to your husband. Again, I just want them to go, if you don't want to believe me, go ask the man. This is for my viewers. If you don't believe what I'm saying, go ask a man that you are interested in and ask him, if you stop dating him and go get a degree, will that make you a better wife for him? That's all I want to know. Is what kind of degree makes you better for relationships? What kind of money makes you better at relationships? And in no way am I saying be broke or dumb. No, just focus on your goal. And if your goal is to be rich, focus on it. Don't waste your. If your goal is to be the CEO, don't waste your best years chasing after no dudes. Chase a goal. But this was a relationship post. This was relationship advice. So what did I say? Chase your goal. Chase your relationship. The next comment. The worst advice. She wrote again to me. Yeah, and I said it's terrible advice, but later you keep repeating that's not what you said. At this point, it's either crazy hypocrisy or pure stupidity. Anyway, I got better things to do. It's getting boring. Because I'm not arguing. I'm not going to argue with you. The reason I even kept this comment going was, so one, great content. This is awesome to break down. Two, I don't like being misquoted. If you don't quote me, say it right. Don't just assume I said that. When it's my comments speak for itself. So then we got a bunch of girls jumping on here. As you can see, I'm going to fast forward through those. Then we actually had a female come on and defend me. Another female writes, think you missed this point. He's saying a real man, regardless of education and money, will treat you well. Having the education doesn't always put you above a woman with an education. He's not saying don't go to school and make money. A woman came out here and said this. If I'm spewing so much hypocrisy and stupidity, why the hell is another woman who I don't know, don't follow nothing, on here telling another woman what I said? Not coincidentally, what she was doing also was she was direct messaging me. She was DMing me as she was typing these. What I believe was going on is she ended up telling me in the DMs that she was a feminist, but she's changing because her goal is a relationship, and she understood that being a feminist did not point her towards her goal. So she slowly transitioned into where I got to do what I got to do to get this goal. I believe woman power, girl power and all that, but I needs me a man and a family. But the reason she had to direct message me is because she didn't want all these other women on here to look at her in a bad light. So she was saying different things to me and trying to, make it nice in here. It's perfectly fine. I don't have a problem with it. But I think at this point, I was going to sleep or something. So let's go to the next one. This is them going back and forth. Feel free to pause this at any point and read it off for yourself, because it's crazy. I finally woke up, the next morning, and I said, somebody said I got to go back and read that, because this is what I was replying to. She said, I think you may have worded this poorly, because it sounded like you're saying that if you want a man, don't waste time working on yourself. Cater to what a man wants if you want to be wifed up. What the fuck are they reading? Where did I say that? I think you may have worded this poorly because it sounded like you're saying that if you want a man, don't waste time working on yourself. I never said that. No, if you want a man, focus on the things that need to be done to get your man. Same way if I said this to men, nobody would bat a freaking eye. If I said, dude, if you want to be with a freaking woman, do what it takes to get a woman, nobody wouldn't say shit. But the fact that I said it to females, so just cater and do everything you said. I didn't say that. I said focus on your goals. They don't care about your goals or what you've achieved. I don't know. That advice doesn't sit right with me. It gives the impression that men are intimidated by educated and successful women because men want to feel like they have the upper hand. Is it because men feel like they have no leverage or feel like they have nothing to offer when a woman is capable of standing on her own? Listen, if that's how you feel, stay where you are and get off of men's relationship post. That's what this is about. Men giving a relationship. If you feel like that, why are you here? Why are you on this post? Some of these females swear they got it figured out, and they swear their way is the only way. So why are you here? If you're so happy with what you're doing, why are you here? I don't get it. And still, there's the woman commenting, telling them exactly what I'm saying, while they still trying to mix it up. So I replied to this woman, and I said, no, I didn't word it poorly at all. I said, man, don't value it. I never said drop out of school or be dumb. Most women today think it's okay to spend their best years pursuing an education and career. Then once 10 or so years go by and a kid or two later, they can blink and find a husband. If you go from the age 20 to 30 living your best life or focusing on your own growth, how does that prepare you to be a wife? Nobody ever answered these questions. They were asking me questions that had nothing to do with what I said. So of course I never said that. So I'm not going to answer that. But how about you answer that? If you spend 10 years doing you, how does that prepare you to be a wife? Most women work hard for everything in their life. For example, a job, school, but won't work hard to get a man. Then expect men to want them when they're unfit for a relationship. If your goal is a man, focus on a man. You can grow yourself, but you should be preparing to be a wife as well. Stop growing up to be independent and grow up to be interdependent. My man depend on me and I depend on him. Period. Ain't no one-way street. If he holding it down financially, I'm holding down this fucking house. And that's how it should be. But if you want it vice versa, then go find you a man that's going to hold down the house and you hold it down financially. And that's how it should be. But whatever happens, don't waste your best years doing something that don't coincide with your goals. So let me go back to this girl, because she was still, one from before was saying her piece. She was telling the other girl what I literally said, and I had to correct her again. I said, let me go with a metaphor. She's clearly not understanding what I'm saying, so let's go with a metaphor. If I go to a car lot and I say I don't value a car with a loud radio or tinted windows, I didn't say I don't want them, but I don't value them. The car got them, fine, but it's not on my checklist. My checklist is the mileage, new parts, the way it look on the outside, the way it look on the inside, but the radio, tinted windows, I don't value. I said that. I said, what does that mean to you? That I'm intimidated by a car with tinted windows and a radio? Because I said I don't value them? I said some other things, but this was her response. When I said that, when I tried to break it down for her, because she wasn't understanding what I was saying when I was speaking about women, so I did a metaphor and I spoke on cars. And her response was, are you unironically comparing a woman to a car you'd buy at a car lot? I can't deal with you. Please don't at me. And still, this other woman is literally telling them what I was saying. Look at her comment. A real man, whether you have an education career, will love you, provide for his family. A woman who focuses heavily on career that doesn't bring her joy, ignoring every man, even good ones, will look up and lose time she can't get back, mainly wasting her fertile years. Now, if that's what she wants, that's her choice. She can still find and create joy for herself in other ways, and a partner later in life. And many adopt if they can't have children. That's exactly what I said. Now, the woman who came here with good faith was able to see that. She was able to say, wait a minute. This dude is telling us not to waste our best years on a degree. Does that mean he want us stupid? Let me sit back and think about it. Does that mean I have to waste my best years? So maybe he's saying, don't waste my best years on that if I want to be a wife. Makes sense. Now, replying to the girl who told me to shut up because I was comparing them to cars. The scary fact that as a woman, excuse me, you can jump on a man's comment and so-called tell him about himself and put words in his mouth and all his words are literally typed out. Then he asks a simple question and you deflect. It's a super representation of today's women And why you on my comment instead of discussing this with your husband? You keep saying discussing with your husband. But I'm gonna let it ride. So she tells me what's scary is your level of stupidity. Please don't at me again. So instead of us having a real discussion about what I really said, I'm stupid. And I shouldn't at her, even though she's on my comment atting me. I said, dude, you're still on my comment. And then again, the woman is still trying to explain to these women. She's still trying to get through. She was still DMing me like, dude, I don't know how else I can say it. I said, it ain't no way you can say it because they're going to see what they want to see. She said it right here. Man, I read it and I didn't take it personally at all. Totally understand what you meant. I'm in college and once this bachelor degree is done, I want to find somebody and build a family. I can't waste any more of my fertile years I can't get back. A woman said that. A freaking woman said I can't waste my fertile years that I can't get back. Because she ready for a family. What in the fuck? And I told her, a man values your youth and fertility way more than they value a damn degree and some money. That's what they value. The fact that I got a young tenderoni who's still gorgeous. Who can wake up and don't gotta put on a pound of makeup and still look hot. That's what men value. As frugal as it is, it just is. Here we are again, some more comments. I don't even feel like reading through these because this was just still more jibber jabber. You feel free to pause and read it yourself. Got another woman jumping on here telling me what I said. This man here is delusional. There is no reason why any woman can't be in education and date. Never said you couldn't. Imagine waking up every day and solely basing your entire life on going out and searching for a man. By advising women to stop wasting time on education and work, again misquoting me and trying to put quotation marks and still misquoting me, takes away a part of a woman's personal freedom. Becoming financially dependent on a man is the absolute worst thing you can do. I never said do that. I said be interdependent. Older generations of women have taught us this. Taught you what? Women in the 1950s were fully taken care of, married and everything, and when their husbands died off, they got everything. Ladies, please build your own, pursue your own so you can have your own freedom, blah, blah, blah. What did I say? I said delusional, huh? Imagine a world where you tell someone you don't value muscles or being fit. And men say, oh my God, she wants all men to be fat slobs. And you say, no, if you have muscles, that's fine. Just don't spend 10 years becoming a bodybuilder because what I actually want has nothing to do with muscles. Then a bunch of men start calling you insecure and a bum because you said you don't value muscles.